As Netflix stock continues to tank, and let me give you the latest price on Netflix. By the way, a lot of stocks are continuing to tank in this Joe Biden regime. Feels like every stock is down pretty substantially off of its highs at this point. But if you look at Netflix stock, Netflix now, and I'm a Netflix shareholder, and I've been a Netflix shareholder for a long time, so I lost a substantial amount of dollars when this company tanked. Netflix stock is all the way down now at $188 a share. That gives it a market cap of $83 billion. Not that big of a company now in the grand scheme of things. The reason why I raise that as an issue is I just float this idea out there. Why wouldn't Apple buy Netflix? Apple right now is near an all-time high in price. It's got a market cap of $2.6 trillion. Apple is also creating its own streaming service competitor with Netflix. Why not roll the Apple streaming service directly into Netflix, use the iPhone as the wildly successful distribution method for much of Netflix content, and create the largest streaming service by far in the world using Apple as the platform to distribute a lot of Netflix. Am I crazy here? Now that Netflix is all the way back down around $88 billion, Apple has enough money sitting in its bank accounts to buy Netflix outright. The price is so low, the amount of content you would get is extraordinary. You would no longer, and there might be, as a result, FTC, Federal Trade Commission issues with whether this merger would be allowed to go through. But instead of having to compete with Netflix, you would merge all the great content that Apple has created with Netflix and create a streaming service that would be the largest in the world and would be almost impossible to actually overcome. You guys know I started a media company. I love the business side of media, whether it's radio, whether it's TV, whether it's internet. It seems to me that it would make a lot of sense to take advantage of the price in Netflix tanking, roll all of the cost structures for Apple and Netflix in together, and have Apple buy Netflix with the cash that's outstanding on its balance sheet already. They could buy it with cash. And then you have a subscription business that you can charge for inside of Apple that is more efficient, has more subscribers. You can combine it with the Apple TV directive that you've already created, and it seems like it would have a lot of potential in what would then turn into a large streaming battle between Apple / Netflix, also then with Amazon and Disney and some of the other smaller services. I think you'd see a lot of those streaming services combined. My point is, it appears to me that there are far too many streaming services. I subscribe right now, and by I mean my wife, for Disney Plus, Hulu, Amazon Prime. I think we got Apple TV. We definitely have Netflix. We have almost everything under the sun that you could subscribe to from a streaming perspective. Paramount, HBO Max, all of these are subscriptions that I have inside the Travis household. There need to be fewer. Average American consumer will only pay for 4 streaming services. That means there needs to be consolidation in this industry. Just tossing it out there. Why wouldn't Apple buy Netflix? There might be challenges from an antitrust perspective, given the Biden administration's often refusal to allow things like this to occur. So that could be a challenge. But in terms of the logic of the purchase and the business alignment, seems like it makes an awful lot of sense.